Two men you've come to know. The Pittsburgh Steelers, as you know, are the Super Bowl champs. And if I let Dick Schaap say the name of the guest with him, then I won't get personally to deliver my congratulations. So I'm going to, Dick. John Stallworth, Lynn Swann, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Very much.
They deserve it, Jane. Right now, it is after 4:30 in Los Angeles. And if the defensive backs of the Los Angeles Rams are not sleeping, it's because of these two guys. They specialize in causing sleepless nights for defensive backs. Now, what they did yesterday was between them, they caught 8 passes for 200 yards. Each of them scored 1 touchdown. John Stallworth scored the touchdown that won the game. John had 3 catches for 121 yards. I thought you should have been the most valuable player in the game. Did you think so? Put you on the spot right away because you're sleeping.
I thought that I had a good game, yes. I prefer to worry about things that I can have control over, and I have no control over the voting for MVP.
Let me speak to your press agent then. Did you think he should have been the most valuable player?
Well, after the game, I thought he had a very good chance of being selected MVP. But things being as they were, Terry Bradshaw, because he engineered so many excellent drives and kept the team alive, was selected MVP and was deserving of that award also.
Yes, so there were certainly several players on your team. Terry Anderson played a wonderful game. I really appreciate you guys getting up this early in the morning. So what I'm going to do is, as a reward for that, is at least show you again your 2 touchdowns. And we'll take a look at the videotape of those touchdowns. It should be coming up in just a second, unless...
That's part of scoring.
The ends love it with each other. Now, this is the touchdown pass to John.
We have been running a lot of hooks and score outs in the course of the year. We knew they were going to be playing out tendencies, and so we were going to go deep off of those patterns.
I guess you guys remember this very well, but there were some people, I'm sure, who didn't see. This was after you had been injured, Lynn, and you came out on the field here to congratulate John, and you go through a little routine, a little pas de deux, I believe they would call it, or something like that.
This is something that came about last year after we felt we were quite successful in the playoffs, and I think John came up with it. And it's our own little congratulations for scoring and making the big play.
Now, I want to, incidentally, we have an exclusive. We can give away the truth now. Pro football players do use drugs. Lynn is using Visine this morning, and I'm not sure with it. So you know it right there. You know, Lynn, for years, you've sort of been the pass receiver of the Pittsburgh Steelers. This year, John Stallworth became the pass receiver of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Is there jealousy, is there rivalry, or is there just camaraderie?
I'm always jealous. Are you? Yes, not in a bad sense. I think my early success was because of the fact that I became a starter my 2nd year. Ron Shanklin was traded to Chicago, and Terry and I developed the timing very, very quickly. And then John became a starter, and that began to develop. And last year, this past season, John just caught fire and was gone.
You guys came up together as rookies. You've been in the league 6 years and have won 4 Super Bowls in 6 years. Could you have imagined that when you came up, John?
Oh, not at all. Yeah, I guess our primary thinking was getting on the team, possibly playing a little bit, but not 4 Super Bowls in 6 years.
John convinced me once to come in early for training camp. Something as a veteran I've learned never to do again.
Never did it again.
That's against your nature. You peaked for the Super Bowl. Even though you do peak for the Super Bowl, you did have a little bit of a difficulty yesterday. We want to show what happened because I'm so glad you're here and you're feeling well and you're articulate, you're alert, and we're going to look at the injury, but you don't have to watch.
Well,
John,
I'll watch.
Tell you what happened.
And get into a different position. So we're going inside, and now I want to make him think I'm going out. I should have ran him out a little bit more, and there I come underneath him. The pass is a bit high, so I jump for it, and right there he just carries me all the way through. There's no way I can twist my body around. I just came down right on the back of my neck and was a little dazed.
Was the whole game that physical?
I don't think they were as physical as we thought they would be.
And Terry is with us this morning in the studios of ABC in Los Angeles. And with him, of course, Mrs. Bradshaw, JoJo Starbuck, and they are joined there as well by Dan Lovett of ABC News. Good morning. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a great feeling.
I'll bet it is.
Of course, we probably look a little rough right now. But
I think you look really well, and we sure appreciate your getting up so early, because it's like 3 hours earlier out there in Los Angeles to be with us.
We didn't have to get up. We were up.
You were up. Well, I won't ask you what kinds of celebrating you were doing immediately before. But what I would like to say is thank you to the Steelers and to the Rams for a heck of a game out there. It really was wonderful for all the fans. But it turned out a lot tougher than what some people thought for the Steelers to beat the Rams, wasn't it, Terry?
well, it was a tough game. We had thought all along that it would be one of the better ones because of several reasons. The home field advantage for the Rams. They had played well. They'd won 8 out of their last 9 games. They had had the momentum going into the playoffs, and we had never beaten them. There was a kind of a doubt on our part whether we could beat the Rams. They seemed to really have the confidence, and quite honestly, I had my doubts, and so we got to the game, and it pretty much bared out all my feelings in the first 3 quarters. Yeah. Fourth quarter, we finally took control of the game and put it away. You
sure took control. But, Terry, were there times there in the first through the third quarters where you wondered whether you're going to be able to pull it out?
Well, every time I threw those interceptions,
hey!
Well, it got a little costly. I got real concerned when we had the good drive going, Sandy, and got down, and I threw the interception when we were going in. We could have at least gotten a field goal that would have put us on top. 20-19 or 21-19. 20 made it 20-19.
Yes.
I was concerned because I didn't want to come away without any points, and I gave up the big interception. I had some strong doubts right there that we may be in a lot of trouble.
Terry, let me just ask JoJo, Dan, whether she was anxious and what she thought when he threw those interceptions. Her man, when he did that.
Well, he told me earlier that he would do a few just for fun, just to keep it exciting. No, not really.
Did I say that?
No, the highs are so high and the low parts are so scary. The emotions are just riding so high all the way around for everyone, not just for one of the wives. We were hysterical, but for all the fans, I think.
Sandy, I don't think a lot of us really caught the emotion that was involved with this club, the Steelers especially in that game yesterday. I guess we all thought maybe it was a ho-hum attitude you have taken, but there was some emotion involved.
No, I think it was, we wanted to win so badly, and you make a mistake, and you learn this whole lesson a lot in life. When you want something so badly and you get yourself geared up for it, and you don't let your natural abilities take over when you don't relax. And I think we were a little bit uptight. I don't think we played the aggressive type of football that we were accustomed to playing. I know I didn't throw the football worth a hoot. And I just don't believe that our football team played as well as it could have played. And, we wanted this game more than any game I've ever been associated with.
And I asked Terry this, Sandy, after the game, as a matter of fact, in the locker room. A lot of people probably consider now that you have won the 4th Super Bowl, that the Pittsburgh Steelers have surpassed the Green Bay Packers as the most dominant team in the history of pro football.
And what did I tell you?
He said no. And why? Because you feel...
Well, they have the record. They have won 5 championships, and we've won only 4, so we have 1 more to go to tie them, 1 more to beat them. That's a lot. It's going to be hard to do.
There's another thing. They were all crowding around Terry in the locker room naturally last night as the MVP again of the Super Bowl, saying, will you be back? Is this it? Are you going to quit? At 31, come on, Gordie Howe skating at 51, the guy's not going to quit.
Well, I'm not. I want to put to rest any doubts out there, that I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back.
Well, Terry, let me say, this morning in the paper here, you're quoted as saying that you really want to go back and search and see whether you can get charged up again for football.
That's true.
Can you share any of your thoughts about that with us this morning?
Well, it's such a demanding game, Sandy, and repeating as champion had such a drain on me. And I said quite honestly, I'm sick and tired of football. I meant that. 3 or 4 months, I want to be charged up and excited about playing again, which is the only way that I can play the game. And if that's the case, then, which I'm sure I will be. Right now, I'm the worst time in the world to talk to me about football. And I'll be ready to play, I'll assure you that.
That's like A.J. Foyt after winning his 4th 500 wanting to retire, but he'll be back to race for the 5th one.
Can you imagine, JoJo, what life would be like with Terry Bradshaw if he didn't have football?
She'd love it.
I think I'd have more of his attention, but I don't know. I'm sure with all this energy, he'd divert it into something different. But one thing I can tell you is that I've been with Terry for 3 Super Bowl wins, and it never gets easier. It gets more difficult and more draining each time, I think.
Are you
For
helping
you
him?
too?
For me, too? Yes, because when it is for him, it transfers by osmosis, I guess. It's tough.
Sandy, are you ready for Terry's singing career?
Terry is singing?
Yes, let me
You
show
knew
you.
I was a great
Gospel.
singer.
We're
What's the matter with
Oh,
you in
gosh,
New
I
York?
forgot. I'm sorry.
We're going to do some
How
gospel
can I
songs
forget? Oh,
for
my
you.
goodness.
I think the album
boy.
is coming out in the spring.
Yeah,
sometime.
it'll be out in the
Yeah.
spring.
Terry, we will
Yes,
do,
dear.
this will be our next piece. We will have
Okay.
you sing, and we will do it in a rink with JoJo on the ice, putting her own kind of orchestration to, I'm sure, your inimitable style of music.
Oh, well, my style is that word, whatever that word is.
I love you, too. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you,
All right.
Sandy.
See you soon. We're going to be back.
The Super. It's been many years in coming. Now keep the Steelers machinery coming. Defense, make them scramble, intercept that ball. Defense, makes the Steelers win the Super Bowl. So Green, Lambert, and keep driving back the other team. Webster, Thornton, Bob, we're so glad you play here. Now join with me and sing the Steelers cheer. We're from the town with the Super Bowl team. We cheer the Pittsburgh Steelers. Chuck Noll and all his friends are all on the beam. Go out and get them Steelers. Ben and Sax bands are here for the show. And so is Franco's army. It's been many years in coming. Just keep the Steelers machine. Offense, take that football all the way up the field. Offense, let's score and never ever yield. Franco, let's prove again we have a running game. The Steelers are so great and they play the best of all to take our Pittsburgh to the Super Bowl.
Another championship for the remarkable Pittsburgh Steelers, pro football's greatest dynasty. Hello, I'm John Brown, Vice President and Branch Manager of Pittsburgh National Bank's Oakland office. I wore this Steeler helmet for 6 years, but I never played on a Steeler championship team. However, many of the players on today's Steelers have played on 4 championship teams. It's that kind of performance that has made Pittsburgh the city of champions. At Pittsburgh National, we believe in performance. That's why we're proud to present the official Steeler highlights for the 6th year in a row. Another film of another great performance.
Put yourself in this difficult situation. You're a professional football player. Your team is on the road. And your team bus has just arrived outside Pittsburgh's Three River Stadium. There are 27 teams in pro football. And then there are the Pittsburgh Steelers.